Hello class, my name is Emily Parsons, and for this week's discussion post, I will be discussing literature research. According to Upstate University of South Carolina, the purpose of a literature review in quantitative and qualitative research is to provide a foundation of knowledge on a topic, prevent duplication, show inconsistencies, and to identify a need for further research. 2024. The research question that I hope to answer through this literature review is, in nurses, how did the COVID-19 pandemic affect their mental health? So to begin this research, I'm going to open up my internet browser. I'm going to type in Google Scholar. And this is going to be my main source of the search engine because it provides reliable articles needed for this research topic. Next, in the search engine, I typed in how COVID-19 affected nurses' mental health. And this gave me a hit of 919,000. So I want to narrow this search down by changing the date range from 2019 to 2024 to ensure that I read an article that was published within the last 5 years per the nursing research guidelines. And this gave me a result of 563,000. I narrowed my search once more by changing the type from any type to peer review to ensure that articles are valid and accurate. And then this gave me a hit of 54,800. When deciding on which 3 articles I should use for this research topic, I wanted to make sure that the title included the keywords COVID-19 and nurses' mental health, rather than just healthcare workers. So the first article that I chose was the second hyperlink in the first page. This article is entitled Mental Health Disorders During the COVID-19 Pandemic, Implications and Coping Strategies. This is a secondary research article by evidence of discussing multiple primary research articles rather than using original research. In this article, Radell and Associates argue nurses who took care of patients who tested positive for COVID-19 viruses suffered significant trauma in the forms of increased workload, negative patient outcomes, and limited access to outside social support due to social distancing mandates. These conditions led to mental disorders such as anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress syndrome, 2021. As you can see, it's quite lengthy, but it provided all of the information that I needed for my research question. So let's go back to the first page. And then the second article I chose was the 6th hyperlink down. And this is entitled Decline in Mental Health of Nurses Across the Globe During COVID-19, a Systemic Review and Meta-Analysis. This is primary research by evidence of providing an initial question for the study, the methods used in conducting the study, a discussion, results, and a conclusion. In this article, Verhees and Associates argue COVID-19 emphasized diverse type of pressure on nurses, such as higher exhaustion, increased stress perception, depressive symptoms, and lower job fulfillment compared to other healthcare workers. These psychological stress factors manifested as anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and insomnia, 2021. Again, it's quite lengthy, but it provided all of the information that I needed to answer my literature question. Let's go back once more. And I skimmed through the article titles of all of these, but there wasn't really anything that I necessarily needed for my research, so I went on to the second page. And the third article that I chose was actually the 8th hyperlink on the second page. This article is entitled COVID-19 and its Mental Health Effects on Nurses and Health Workers, a Narrative Review. This is a primary research article by evidence of providing an initial question for the study, the methods used in conducting the study, a discussion, and conclusion. They don't use too much of other people's research. This is their own research. In this article, Talabi Azar and Associates argue the COVID-19 pandemic crisis causes psychological consequences in nurses that include depression, decreased concentration, lack of self-confidence, interpersonal conflict, stress, and demoralization, 2021. Collectively, these 3 articles show that the COVID-19 pandemic has a widely negative impact on nurses' mental health. Thank you for listening to my literature review, and I hope that you have a good day.